Hey everybody, it's Mike Molina and it is Wednesday, August 16th. I try very hard to bring you as much good news as possible and keep a positive outlook, and while at the same time keeping things very realistic. But unfortunately today I have to bring you news that the Federal Reserve has decided to make more comments indicating that they do not feel that inflation is coming down fast enough, and they are most likely going to continue their trend of raising the Fed funds rate, which is going to, of course, probably drive us into a recession. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But of course, as I keep telling you, interest rates are emotional because interest rates come from bonds, and bonds are traded by people, and people hear things that the Federal Reserve says and then they panic, and panic they have. And you can see over the past week we have lost so much with rates continuing to accelerate and going up. Right now we are looking at 7.125% for a 30-year fixed. But all that said, things will be turning around. Probably we should start to see some calming in the next several days. I don't think we're going to drop down to 6% anytime soon, but hopefully this daily increasing trend will soon subside and we should see a gradual reduction. Now, some news about residential construction, came out today, and permits up a little bit, 1.4 million annualized housing starts, up 3.9% month over month and 5.9% year over year at 1.45 million, and completions at 1.32 million, down 11.8% month over month and 5.4% year over year. Now, why is that important? Because even though rates are going up, okay, of course, I want rates to come down as much as the next guy. But at the end of the day, I have to say, it doesn't really matter what happens with interest rates. And what you're looking at right now on your screen is exactly why. It's also why there will not be a housing crash. This is something I've talked about many times. I want to review it here again with you because I've updated this chart. So the blue line is home completions, and the orange line is household formations. And as you can see, these red bars is the difference between the two, and red is bad. Red means shortage. So we've got home completions. You can see here in April of this year, 1.236 million homes completed, but 2.101 household formations. And this trend continues. In May, we had 1.431 homes completed and 2.163 household formations. Then in June, 1.468 home completions and 2.068 million household formations. What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that it doesn't matter what interest rates are. These 2.068 million people need to live somewhere. They have to live somewhere. And if there's not enough homes being completed, and this is including single-family homes and multi-units, this is all new construction. So if there's not enough units being completed for people to live in, they're going to be homeless, quite literally. That is why the market is continuing to see rapid appreciation, and there is increasing demand, and why we are not going to have a crash, and why, unfortunately, regardless of what rates do, while many people are going to be priced out, we're going to continue to see a strong market, which is going to get much stronger once rates come down, right? So, as I've said many times, and I just wanted to say that because things are going to get better. They are. And we just need to bridge this gap and have the right conversations with our prospects and our clients to help them understand there is no crash coming and things will be improving. And this is one thing that you can talk about. I've shown you this chart many times. This is to show the green line is inflation. The red line is the 30-year fixed mortgage rate. And as you can see, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate always follows inflation without exception. Now, the Federal Reserve apparently likes to drive by looking in the rearview mirror rather than looking ahead, and they're not seeing that they're headed straight for a crash, right smack dab into a recession. And you might think that that's bad, and there's certainly bad elements of that, but a recession might just be what we need to reset things. And you can see here, these gray lines here are all recessions. And with each recession, what you'll see is a dramatic drop in the 30-year fixed mortgage rate. When you're going to start hearing a lot of people talking about recessions and being panicked about recessions, and that's going to add to their already existing panic of a housing crash. let me tell you how to talk to them so that they will not panic, hopefully, right? So out of the last 6 recessions, in only 2 of them did house prices actually fall. In 1991, they barely fell 1.9%. Of course, the Great Recession of 2008, they fell down 20%. For all the reasons that we all already know, which is something that will never happen again. In the other 4 recessions, home prices actually continue to appreciate and appreciate at a healthy rate. So a recession does not mean a housing crash and doesn't mean falling home values. Also, of the last 6 recessions, in all of them, interest rates fell. Sometimes they fell quite a lot. Sometimes they fell a little bit, but without exception, they came down. They always do. So use this to construct the narrative with your prospects and clients. We have to keep people calm. We have to let them see hope is on the horizon, and that despite all the bad news that you're hearing, things are not actually so bad when it comes to real estate. It is still the single best investment anybody could make. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you're watching on YouTube, and I hope you are, please hit that like button, subscribe if you can, and have a wonderful day. Take care.